Hello.
Hello. Yes,
Yes,
Sarvesh.
Ashish is coming.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. So, hi guys. So any doubts? We were discussing about search shelves earlier. So let me just start the topic. Can you see my screen?
Yes.
Okay. So fine. Okay. We had created a search help. Remember? So basically, there are
Yes.
two types of search helps that are one is elementary search help, and another one is what? Collective search help. So last session, what we discussed is an elementary search help. What did we do? So we just created a search help using material. So using Matner and its description. Okay. So how did we create a search helps? So okay, 1 second. So how did we create search help? Go to SC11, right? From SC11, give a number with starting Z. Create it. When you come here, you will have something like this. You have to first give the table name. Okay. So which table is the master table? So here table name, that doesn't mean you can give anything. So it has to be your master table, like where everything see for material master table is Mara. Okay, so whatever material inside SAP that you use has to be present in Marathi. So that is we call the master data, right? So we discussed about master data, transactional data, and everything. See, master data is something which does not change, or master data is something which has a variety of usage. It is not limited to simple. Suppose I have a company which sells some, which manufactures some product. So my raw materials has to be present, like for creating that product I need some raw materials, remember? So one, all those raw materials I have to store in some table, because if any at any point of time, if I want to product manufacture that particular product, I always require the same ingredients, right? So the same ingredients can be used for multiple material production, but provided those ingredients becomes here master data. So that is
Okay.
what your master data. Any table that stores the data value that has a variety, a widely usage, but plus rarely changed, that type of tables we called it as Mara. So suppose I just go to some, I'll just give you a quick some sample table. Mara is the, you guys can write it down if you want. Mara is the master data for material master table, and KNA1 is the customer master table, and LFA1 is the vendor master table, and
Mara and
Mara is the material master table.
yes.
Okay, KNA1 is your customer master.
KNA1 customer.
Yes, LFA1 is the vendor master. I think you also have EQUI, which is
Yes. Vendor master.
equipment. Okay, equipment master table. Yeah, even this is EQOI is an equipment master table. Some tables are like you can use, otherwise you also can see, you can use your Z tables also. Suppose I just open your Z table, here also you have used. Maybe you guys have created so many Z tables, right? So you can
Yes.
take any Z table and create a search help for that. And always try to create a search help, sorry, try to give the fields inside a search help, it is plus key fields. See, search help should have one key field of the table and along with some other fields, which is of your choice.
Yes.
So here, if you see, what did I
Means
do? I took the material also, which is a key field in Mara table. Okay,
yes.
but it is key field in MEKT also. MEKT is nothing but material descriptions, name of the material. In Mara, we don't get the name of the material, but we only get the number of the material. From number, we cannot identify, right? So MAGT is another table which stores the name of the material, the description of the material. See, in Mara we only have 15, 23 or something, but the name of that will be here, test material, something like that, classification test material, something like this table, right? So MAGT will also be a master table for Mara because whenever you create any material, description of the material is mandatory. Okay, you create a number, something anyway. So that is why I took MAKT also. And for you, if you want, if you guys are testing it, take your Z table and always add one your key field and along with that any other fields if you want.
Okay.
Okay, so it becomes easy. Always key fields, as you remember key fields, I hope you guys remember what is key field. Key fields are always important in anything you create, right? So what did we
Yes.
do? We just gave the name of the table that we are, that becomes the master of your search help fields that you're using. And then you just mention the key fields and any number of other fields. Okay. So just check this box, keep 1 2 1 2 something, all the 1 2 3 4 lines you want. And these data elements are like already, whenever you give this is automatically fetched. You can change also if you have created any Z material, Z data element. But I don't suggest doing that because always whatever the fields that are associated with the data element while creating a table has to be there here also, right? So whenever you create a data element, when you create a table, the same data element you keep it here. Don't change anything. Okay, so we create a search help, or let's just create one more search help. So what I'll do, I did a search help to one, and I'll create a two more.
Yes.
And let me create a, so this is also an elementary search help. So I'll create a search help for search help, search help for,
Punnar field is also primary.
yes, Kunnar is a primary key for KNA1 customer master table.
Yes.
Okay, so and if for your information, let me just give you a quick easy method to find out. Suppose you have a K1 is your customer master table. This is a customer master table. So if you want to get some more data of the customers, just do one thing. Always just try star and do this. Okay, so you will have KNVV, KNAT, KNB1. So you can have a relation between these two tables because all these tables will have Kunnar. So suppose let me just take KNB1. KNB1 is customer, master, company code data. So it will also have a Kunnar. Then plus KNB1 will also have a Kunnar. So that way
Yeah.
you can build a relation.
Yes.
That's what I'm telling. So what I'm doing it here the same. So last time what did you do? I took MAT table. Now what I'll do? I'll take a MARC table. MARC table is a custom material master with plant data. MARC, if I see the material data with
Matter is
plant. So here key fields are Madner and works. Madner is common for both the tables, MAKT and MARC. Right? So now I'll give a table here as MARC. Okay, so now here the table date, fields are Madner. Okay, so let me just check this for one more, right? And one more I'll give works. Okay, one more table. Okay, so let me save this local object activated. So why this search help is created. So let me just quickly execute here. From here also you can execute. So if you are able to see the data, then it is fine. If I'm just
yeah.
selecting material, right? So this is your elementary search help, right? So it is very simple, like whenever you want to create, mostly to be frankly, we rarely create any search helps. Whenever you guys are working on module polls or something, complete new process which is not there in the SAP, that type of process, if you want, you are incorporating using module poll, then it might be necessary that you create a searcher. Otherwise, standard satisfies every requirement of your business. Okay. So, but as an ABAPer, you should know. Okay. So let me just do collective search help is nothing but a combination of both these elementary search help. Right. So what did I do? I created two search helps, SRCH1 and SRCH2. Okay. Now I'll do a one more search help, which is collective. I'll give collective as a name, create, and now I'll give a collective search help. So if you just give here collective search help for virtual for nightmare. Okay. So once you give your parameter should be nightmare or search help, you can give Z SRCH underscore one or include search help. Otherwise, you can just get it here, add here the SRCH underscore one. And one more is SRCH underscore one. Okay, so this is hidden. Okay, save to the platform and activate. Done. So this is the simple method of creating searcher. Let me just take searcher. There are two tabs created. This is my search help one. This is my search help two.
Yes.
So one is having only Magner and its description, and two is having Magner and plant. This is your collective search. So as I said, these two are the tabs that I have included in my collective search. Clear?
Yes.
Okay, this is how you create a search. Now what you can do, you can just go to SE38/4 SE38 SE38 any program you created, go to that program. So you had given a P parameter type parameter. So suppose I'll just go, I'll create a match for object as this one what I created search collective. Right? So activate.
Z.
Oh sorry, yes. insert search formatting. Activated. When I just execute, it will give me my search details. See two tabs,
Yes.
Madner and search help with plant. So if I don't give it, suppose I'm not giving it, let me just give a dot and comment it. Okay, so activate. So now I will check. It is taking the standard Madner color search. If I'm not giving anything, default, it will take all the data which is there in the standard. If you remember, s_mat coming the standard search for MATLAB. Okay, so whenever you don't give anything, it will take. Now you have a question like, so how this will understand that it has to take a standard? Because you have declared a p_marker as a type marker. Okay, so when you double click on this marker, okay, just double click on this marker, you will data element is a marker. Okay, and inside data element, this is the search given. Suppose what is the character length of time Adner? It is char 18. So what I'll do, let me just go, I'll remove char 18 here. No, sorry, Madner. I'll give char directly. This is also an option. So I'm just explaining you the differentiation. Now I'll execute, I won't have any standard search, right?
Yes.
If you see there is nothing. But with char 18, I'm giving my search help
Match
activated.
point.
So it will give me the search help that I have created. Okay. So this is also a method. Also, I'll explain you one more thing. Once you create the search help, go back if you want. I exactly use this search help. Create a data element. What I suggest, just like Madner, how you did it, the same you can create a search help for your search help, like data element for your search help. So how will I do? That srch_Madner I'll create. Okay, double click, sorry, create, click on create. Click on create, I will click on data element, for search help. Okay, so here what I'll do is add search srch collective. Okay, now after search, what was the name? Collective. Okay, sorry, I gave you on the data element, right? Sorry. This is domain field. Now I'll do here, I directly give char 18, I don't know. So here you are giving the search help name. Okay, search will be given to parameter, I'll give partner. You have to give a parameter which is present inside this search help. Okay, save to level, activate, maintain field level, take care. Okay, activate it. Not active, search collective.
Good. Does not have parameters.
Okay, maybe the reason is here we can just clear matter. Okay, I got it. Double click on it. Parameter, you can just include the all the parameters from these two structures. So maybe what are the parameters? Magner,
Work.
right? MAKT, MA, KTX, and works, right? So, data elements Magner, KTX, and works, right? Activate. Oh, I've activated now. So now try to activate. Now it is fine. Okay, so
Yes.
now you created a data element. Okay, that's the channel. Let me just go back to the program. What I'll do, I'll just remove this char 18. I'll give it a Z search and I'm not giving any explicit search alone. Activate. It will also show me the exact search that is there. Okay. Even if I'm not giving match code object, it will give me my search help, Z search help that I created. Clear?
Yes.
Just understand this and give me 1 minute. I'll be back. Just gather if you have any doubts. Okay. So any doubts, guys? How
No.
did we create search helps or how to attach a search help to a data element also? So whenever also in standard, if you want to know what is the search help for any particular what do you call structure or field, you can directly come in SEA. Suppose here you have a KNA1, KNA1. Okay, so customer, if you are using and you want to know the search help for customer, just copy this the technical name of the field and go here Kunnar data type में जाके select this distributed data type and if you can see the C underscore Kunnar is your standard search help. Double click on that, it will take you to here. This is also a collective search help. What are the search help included? You can see it in this tab. Double click on this search help, Kunnar and bookers. Clear? So this is the tab that gives the search help details. So how do you want to attach your search help to the data type? We have seen how to create elementary search help. We have seen how do we attach that elementary search help to the collective search help. How do we collectively create a collective search help, taking all the elementary search helps present and then attaching it to the, you can also attach, like suppose if you have, just like I did, right? So you can, what was the field name that we created? Search underscore matter. Let me go here. You can give your single elementary search help also. Let me just remove it. That SRCH underscore one I can give. This is also fine. Here what it will do, let me know if you want to test. Just go here. Yes, it will only take the MHAT one, I think. See, description and search material number. It will not have a tab,
Yeah.
different tabs, right?
Okay.
So that also you can use. But now you might ask, what is the use of collective search help and elementary search help? Suppose if I'm giving anything here, this type of you want to give the so यहाँ पे तो सिर्फ it's only single material. Okay, so suppose I'm just giving it as a multiple
Collective.
collective search help. Then activate, go to the program, go back and execute again. Okay, so if you go here, now you can ask me the question, what is the use of collective search? Now you want to search a material which is present in 1200 plant. So that you can do it here. You can directly give 1200 here and only you will get the data for 1200.
Yes.
1200 materials only will get. If you go to standard, there are so many validation or restrictions on the standard screens. If you are entering some plant and materials from that plant only is allowed on the screen, such type of validations are will be present on the layer screens. So that on that time it will be helpful for a user to use collective search. That's why we create collective search. Clear?
And in the Maintner, we can put the material number and we'll get or
That we'll get a for suppose I'm give 170 is present here. Let me
yes,
just directly give 170 here.
here, yes, that only I was.
I will only see for 170. Right? See this description.
Yeah.
There are 14 entries for 170, but you can ask why 14 entries? Because they are all different languages. For English,
Yes.
there is one, but there is also different language 14 entries. Right? So that's how it works. Any doubts?
No.
There is one
In
more
the
course.
in that help view and search help is different, or it's
Sorry, which
same.
one?
View in this help view and search help
It's the same. Help,
same.
if you remember, help view is different. Sorry. Help
Okay.
view is different. Help view will be, well, you will get input help when you press F1. Remember?
Yes.
That is different.
Means
That gives
okay.
the technical functionality of a particular field. Now,
Okay.
if I just press here F1, input help is, this is different.
Okay. So this is
This,
okay. Okay.
yes, this gives the details about this field, right?
Yes.
And search help is different.
Okay. Yes.
Ashish, any doubts for you, or is it so much clear that? Hello, Ashish, you there?
अभी तो कुछ डाउट नहीं रिकॉर्डिंग देख के मैं ट्राई करूंगा ये
Okay, if you see, there is also a concept called log objects. So what do you mean by log object?
Your voice is low. Little
Hello.
bit. Ah, yes.
Okay, so I was talking about log object.
Low.
So what do you mean by log objects? Suppose let me just give you the background. I'll go to a program. I have this program. Okay. So can anyone open the same program in change mode?
1 second. Yes, I have opened.
Try to change.
1 second.
Open in change mode.
No, I'm not.
So you are getting an error that it is already open with somebody else, right?
Yeah.
I will get my user ID. That is what the lock object is. We are locking a particular object in SAP so that if I am editing that particular object, nobody else should edit it. It is same not only for programs, it will be same for tables also, right?
Yes.
So in standard, we have that functionality. If I'm editing this ZMP Mara, I'm editing it, you also cannot edit it, right? So then
Yes.
you can ask like already that functionality is there. Why do we want it? Explicitly why SAP has given to create a lock object. So let me just explain. So a database table, when you are trying to change, it will give you a proper message that you cannot change because it is already being edited by this particular ID. This is when we deal with samples. Suppose you have a Z table. And every time understand whenever you are writing a Z table, you're creating a Z table, then that should be used in some of your logic, right? If you remember, we had created some module pool programs. I would require those module pool. Anyone remember the module pool programs that you guys created?
I have noted it down. So,
Just give me. That will be very good to explain.
Z test underscore M first MP. I'll share
No,
what
I
I
want
miss.
that program which is this is only right that first MPP.
Model pool. Yes.
No, this
Yes,
one
this
is
one. That one. Yes. I'll give
no.
another one also. Once again.
Say okay, modify to Z1. Yes, okay. This is also
Okay.
fine. What is the T code? Mm, okay, yeah. So this is the great example. Suppose this T code is generally whatever we are creating, we of course give those T codes to the users. And it's not necessary that a single user will use this particular screen that you created, right? Multiple people will use the same detail. Suppose you are also using this screen and I'm also using by any chance, by any consequences, we are entering the same details, at least key fields.
Yes.
Okay, if you
Number.
remember, what is
Material
the
number.
table? What is the table behind this program that we are
And
updating? Okay, you have put a breakpoint here. No problem. What is the table that we are modifying this?
the
ZMPP. Okay, let me just open this. The same table, I guess. Yeah, this itself is. Suppose key fields are Matner. And understand, like I have we are just executing by some coincidence. We are giving the same value of Matner in your screen also in my screen also. And I'm pressing get push button. And you also try hitting the push button, trying to save the same material. I'm also creating the same material. So in
yes.
that case, what should be the happen? Like in that case, standard will not help me because this is everything custom. Table is also Z table. The screen also you created was a Z table, Z screen, and program is also a custom program, right? So here standard will not help you to restrict any one of the user that this material is already being used by some other user, right? So in those cases, you will have to explicitly add a lock object. So always remember that lock objects are created using EZ. Generally, if you see whatever we create in ABAP is always Z, but lock objects are always E and Z, right? So let me just create a lock on Matner. Z E Z lock Matner. Create, okay. Lock object code module code name. Okay. So tables, here you'll have to give you a Z table, right? Let me go back to the program. And always understand whenever you're trying, you put some debugger on your program, remember to remove, because this type of debuggers in actual scenario will go to the production and it will hit all the users whenever they are using. And they
Yes,
don't
yes.
know once in going to debug, they don't know what to do. It's only for a purpose, right? So that is why what I suggest, there is also functionality that you put a debugger only for your ID. Break 95 user 53, right? Like this, your user ID, if you give, then it will be your
Only
custom,
for,
only for yourself.
yes.
We clear? But for now, let me just remove it. Or I think I would need here, like 8 point, like it be. I want to explain. Okay. So here I'll give you a Z table name. What is the Z table name? This set test underscore MPP Mara. Control C, go back C table, lock mode. It is only a right. There's different types of locks that you can do. Write lock, read lock, exclusive, not cumulative, set a optimistic lock, promote optimistic lock. These all you can explore whenever you guys are trying on this. So generally we give only write lock. Okay, so that your user cannot read log is like he cannot even see the data. That's not allowed. That's not feasible, right? So at least they have to have access. Like you also say, open the same table to view some data, and I can also view some data at any point of time. So I'm just giving a log for write. Okay. So log parameters, Matner. I don't want mandate and Matner, right? Let it be mandate also. Nothing to do. So here tables, attributes, if you see, there is nothing, only tables. If you see secondary tables, no, I don't have any secondary fields. These are test tables fields. These are the key fields that directly came when I gave the table name, right? So just click on save, click on local checks and activate. So once you activate a program, you can see there will be two function modules that gets created automatically. So what are these function modules? I think you will get in log modules. These are the two function modules, DQ easy log Matner and NQ easy log Matner, right? So whenever you create anything, these are the function modules you have to plug in your program so that two users cannot create the same data, right? So when one user is creating Matner 15, you cannot create a Matner. So how do we plug in this data to your program? So you will have to make use. These are nothing but a function module. See, above these are function modules. You just have to call these function module in your program. That's it. When you double click on this any one NQ or DQ, why? Let me click here. Starting to maybe it's getting created. Okay, so this is your NQ function module. It gives some standard codes inside. You don't have to worry on anything. That's it, right? This is your function module. What happened? And this is your DQ. Double click on this. It will
What is
open.
NQ and DQ?
So those are standard. It will
Okay.
so the NQ as in your like on the background how it performs whenever you are trying to do anything with the same data. It will store in some buffer. Then only next time whenever somebody is creating, they should get to know, right? Somewhere my current data should, suppose, let me just explain like this. You're also creating material 15 and I'm also creating material 15. Okay. So
Yes.
first, suppose I'll consider I created first. Suppose I entered data first. Okay. So when you also came and you entered the same data, then system should have already know that this particular data is already is getting created by some other. So what system will do? It will store my data in some buffer so that whenever you try to access the same material, it will go check that buffer and give you that error. Understand?
Okay.
So that is why
Yes.
on the background side, it will create this, it will buffer as in it will go to that NQ. It will be in NQ of the buffer. So it will go to
Okay.
that NQ and it will see whether it is already locked by some other, right? So that is these are standard function models that create, you don't have to worry about this.
Yes.
There is nothing to worry on this. Let me show you DQ, how it works. Okay, this is your DQ. This is also some set of points. That's it. Okay. So let me just explain you how do we plug in this function modules in my program. Generally, this is very much like always it is suggested whenever you're dealing with module programs, always try to use lock objects, right? So let me just call this function model, right? So what I do before modify and after modify, right? Before modify, you have to call NQ. After modify, you have to call DQ. Just hit on pattern and paste this NQ function and you call it here. That's it. And open these, control open, and open this matter. This is your field, right? So what is the matter? Work area Mara matter. This work area you are modifying, right? Where is the value of matter is stored? In this work area Mara matter. Okay, here. That's it. Nothing else. Open these exceptions. Okay. So now you see, whenever you have this added in your program, it will lock this particular matter first. NQ will lock the material. This will lock your material. Lock matter. And DQ will unlock the matter. So until I save my data, that particular matter is locked. Nobody else can perform on that particular matter, right? That is what it is we are doing. So NQ is locking my matter. Now you have to write your modify. Also, when you are writing, you also should get a, whenever somebody is already open, here only you will get an error that it is already opened by some other people. So what you have to do? System failures, foreign lock. So if whenever you don't have a size abasi is not equal to 0 in else condition, you have to put this modify mara. So that this will give X control V. Okay. So this will suggest that when you are entering data, I cannot edit it. Same. And once you finish, now once you finish it, you just also can check here if size abasi is 0. Always understand what is the use of size abasi. It is very, very important. If
To
size
give
abasi is
means
0, DQ, you should unlock that material. This is very, very mandatory. Whenever you use NQ, you have to use the DQ. Okay, open exporting, open this table and open Magner. Magner will give work area Magner, Mara Magner. Okay. Right, nothing else. DQ activate. There is nothing around. Now let's just have a demo on this, how this will work. Activate everything.
if condition that part means when we have to give the some condition part, then only we put the
I'll explain you while doing practically. Okay. So let me go to now I'll execute ZMPP underscore one slash ZMPP underscore one. Okay. I have opened ZMPP. I'll open one more string slash ZMPP underscore. Maybe it will not work because user ID is safe, right? Let me just try even if it is because I'm saying it. I'm just entering some material like let me say I won't take any standard one. We say right? It will one this, right? Created on today and created by one let's say yes, we like it user ID let's change date yesterday only, and changed by same and therapy. Complete status, complete, see and complete. And user status here, nothing else. Okay, that I won't do. Okay, so I'm just push. I'm just clicking on this push. And let me go to the debugger. What is the debugger? Push. Okay. Where is it? You don't have say save.
Push button is not there, I think.
Okay, let me just I'll change here only. Next, I'll change it to save.
Okay.
I want it to go here. That's why. Okay. So now if you see, let me apply. Always on function model, use the second F6 button. F6 I do. So it is giving me size about 0. Like that. So that means nobody else is creating it. Suppose I'll do one more this one. I'll do one more do it. I'm not giving anything, just trying to push. One more debugger will open. One more debugger will open. Okay. So here also I'll change it to save. Okay. Once I just go inside this, it is giving size about C1. See?
Yes.
So my size about C is not equal to 0. That means this material is already there. So in that cases, what you can, how do we give an error now? This is also an important topic that we can discuss. Just like size about C, we also have some standard messages. Or you can just open this site. And if you just scroll down, these are some standard messages already we will get inside a program. See, message type is E0E. That means it is an error with message number 601 and message ID is MC. Now how you can check this? Let's go to I have to close the screen. Message ID you can check using XC91 decode. Remember I had discussed you before,
Yeah.
right?
Create.
So yeah, so MC is your message ID and message number is your 601. So here you can give MC and here your number you give 601 and click on display. So this is the object is request is currently locked by user. Okay. So how you can incorporate this in your program? So you will have to write it here, right? So I think on the standard we can get it. Just copy on some program. Let me just copy that. Where is it? We also have on this SE11 only we can check. Okay, let me just go here. You can give message. Try message ID. Message ID. Sign message V1. And what is that? Other error. Sign message V1 and V2. And sign message V1, sign message, sorry, space, sign message V2, comma, okay, and space, or you can directly just write it like this. MC 601 5. No, it is giving why is the other additional message. There is one standard method that we can use. How do we give it? Message value msh sign msgv1 id. Sorry. I think an AC level we can check, or we can just give message. No. Okay, simple. Here we have a message also. Message class is your MC. Category of the message is error message, and number is, what was that? 601. So it will give you correct template. Okay, sorry. Yes. And with, you can ampersand, you can give sci message V1. I think our user ID is getting me V1 only, right? Yes, MSG V1. Okay, so this will give me an error. Right, I'll activate and I'll try to do now. So it is giving me an error. Yes. So what I do, I will do one more time, ZMPP /n, ZMPP1, and to purpose that material number, I'll try to push. Save. Save. Okay. So when I execute, it is not able to effect. It will give me the object request is locked by user. Here, if I'm using the same material on another screen also, it is fine because I'm already saving this data here, right? So that's why it is not allowing it here. So that is the use of. Once I do this, here I got a size of bus is 0, and I do this. Now I suppose, now I'll do this F8 here. I finished saving data here. Okay. Now again I'll go to my program. What I'll do, I'll go back and I'll try to create again. Okay. So because we have already dequeued it.
Yes.
Okay. So now I'll do
And
save.
queued.
Now we have F8 done F8. Maybe if you give, we have to go back from here. From this screen also you have to come back. Now let's just see if I'm entering trying to execute. See now size of bus is not equal to
0.
0. It's equal to 0, right? So now I will get data. My data is served. So this is the use of log objects. Remember?
Yes.
Everything is very interesting in coding. You just have to understand and move on. So this is how we create log objects. It's very easy. And the modules that gets created, go to and open here log modules. You will have these two function modules. Just have to plug in your program. So how do we plug in? Call function
Call
into
function.
in call function given. Okay. Clear?
Yes.
Any doubts? Hope it's not confusing. Search helps and log objects. Both are
No,
very
no.
different.
Yes.
Please practice, understand how the flow is. Try to incorporate in your programs. Then you will have a clear
In
picture. There's so many small objects that you can
but
understand.
for the searching in the means Z custom table we have
Mhm.
created.
Mhm.
We need to create the two tables, no? But means
Yes.
I have
No, no,
created
no, no.
that
Yes, yes,
employee.
yes,
So 4 to 5 only column fields are there in that.
yes, yes.
So I need to add.
You'll have to create a new table and keep the key fields the same.
Yes, yes,
Then it will be like more useful for you.
yes, yes,
Because if key fields are not, if there is no join between tables, then it makes no sense. You are collecting both the tables, right?
yes.
Some two different. You can do using Mara also, KNA1 also.
Okay,
It makes
yes,
customer master and material master. It's make no relation. So the use of collective is to build a relation between the fields, right?
yes, yes.
Try using it. Try to
Okay, yes,
incorporate
yes,
and also look up things and understand.
yes,
Okay. So we could then we'll close to call.
yes, yes. So
Okay. Thank you for joining.
yes, thank you.